this here road of rail alone am I, and I'm already counting days go by. I've seen this old train roll by times before, and now it's taking me away forevermore. Oh God, it seems I always made her cry, and I know I've always wasted what was mine. I shunned her love so many times before, but if only I could feel her touch once more. I'm riding down this sad and lonely Southern Central Railroad line, on my way to misery for such a long, long time. I'm traveling down this sad and lonely Southern Central Railroad line to one small room and solitude for such a long, long time. Oh God, why did I have to take her life? I should have looked the other way and walked on by. But a jealous heart knows only what it feels, and now this lonely terrain to me is all that's real. I'm riding down this sad and lonely Southern Central Railroad line, on my way to misery for such a long, long time. I'm traveling down this sad and lonely Southern Central Railroad line to one small room and solitude for such a long, long time. On this here road of rail alone am I, and I'm already counting days go by. I've seen this old train roll by times before. I wish I was a bed of roses, you were a pretty bumblebee. You'd fly around me, touch down and kiss me, and draw all the honey out of me. I wish I was a painted portrait, you were the frame wrapped around me. You'd hold me tightly, morning, noon, and nightly. You'd bring the best out in me. And if I were to be a symphony, I wish you'd be 1,000 violins. And if I were a singer, I wish you'd be my song to sing. I wish I was a honky-tonk piano, and you were my favorite melody. I wish I was a bed of roses, kiss me and draw all the honey out of me. And if I were to be a symphony, I wish you'd be 1,000 violins. And if I were a singer, I wish you'd be my song to sing. I wish I was a honky-tonk piano, and you were my favorite melody. I wish I was a honky-tonk piano, and you were my favorite melody. Of many colors are flowing through my brain, like a one-way trip on a long, lonely train. But through my canvas curtain, the faces that I've known have somehow always painted me alone. The lonely hours waiting for the telephone to ring, like a sad song only a soul man would sing. A life without a reason's like a song without a rhyme, a portrait of some 30 years gone by. 30 years of living, 30 years of losing. I've been 30 turns around the sun. My song's not yet been sung. But 30 years of living, 30 years of losing are the only 30 years I've ever known. Sitting on my torn and ragged chair, like a lone cowboy on a sad, lonely mare. I see it all so clearly, it's nothing but a game, where the winners take all the fortune and the fame. 30 years of living, 30 years of losing. I've been 30 turns around the sun, and my song's not yet been sung. But 30 years of living and 30 years of losing are the only 30 years I've ever known. 30 years of living, 30 years of losing. I've been 30 turns around the sun, and my song's not yet been sung. But 30 years of living. A simple country girl. I've been 30 days beneath a haze of carbon-colored sky, and and I can't see through the rain clouds in my eyes. Why did this lonesome city take me from my home? 7 million people, and I feel so all alone. Loud guitars and all-night bars can't take away the fade. Think I'll buy a one-way on a northbound train. The country life is calling me back home. Home to where my body joins my soul. Where the spirit of a man is planted in the land. The country life is calling me back home. I can feel the sadness turn into a country smile. While I watch the city's madness up and vanish with a mile. Your neon lights and concrete heights may be your cup of tea, but it's no place for a country boy like me. The country life is calling me back home. Home to where my body joins my soul. Where the spirit of a man is planted in the land. The country life is calling me back home. The country life is calling me back home. Home to where my body joins my soul. Where the spirit There's a ship lies rigged and ready in the harbor, and tomorrow for old England she sails. Far away from your land of endless sunshine, to my land full of rainy skies and gales. And I shall be aboard that ship tomorrow, though my heart is full of tears at this farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. I heard that there's a wicked war a-blazing, and the taste of war I know so very well. Even now I see the foreign flag a-raising, their guns and fires we sail into hell. I have no fear of death, it brings no sorrow, but how bitter will be this last farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. Death and darkness gather all about me, and my ship be torn apart upon the sea. I shall smell again the fragrance of these islands, in the heaving waves that brought me once to thee. And should I return safe home again to England, I shall watch the English mist roll through the dell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. If you could only see me now, I wonder if you even could remember who I am. And I wonder what you'd do if you could see the shape I'm in. I wonder if you even could remember where we've been. I wonder if you still remember me. I wonder if your spirit still runs free. I wonder what tomorrow brings, and should we chance to meet, I wonder if you still remember me. I wonder what you'd see in a long forgotten dream. I wonder if you even would remember how it seemed. And I wonder what you thought when you got off the wave I'm on. I wonder if you even will remember when I'm gone. I wonder if you still remember me. I wonder if your spirit still runs free. I wonder what tomorrow brings, and should we chance to meet, I wonder if you still remember me. I wonder if you still remember me. I wonder if your spirit still runs free. I wonder what should we chance to meet, I wonder if you still remember me. He walked into the bar and parked his lanky frame upon a tall bar stool. And with a long soft southern drawl said, I'll just have a glass of anything that's cool. A barroom girl with hard and knowing eyes slowly looked him up and down. And she thought, I wonder how on earth that country bumpkin found his way to town. And she said, hello, country bumpkin, how's the frost out on the pumpkin? I've seen some sights, but man, you're something. Where'd you come from, country bumpkin? It was just a short year later, in a bed of joy-filled tears, yet death-like pain. Into this wondrous world of many wonders, one more wonder came. That same woman's face was wrapped up in a rapture look of love and tenderness, as she marveled at the soft and warm and cuddly boy child feeding at her breast. And she said, hello, country bumpkin, fresh as frost out on the pumpkin. I've seen some sights, but babe, you're something. Mama loves her country bumpkin. 40 years of hard work later, in a simple, quiet, and peaceful country place, the heavy-handed time had not erased the raptured wonder from a woman's face. She was lying on her deathbed, knowing fully well her race was nearly run. But she softly smiled and looked into the sad eyes of her husband and her son. And she said, so long, country bumpkin, the frost is gone now from the pumpkin. I've seen some sights and life's been something. See you later, country bumpkin. And she said, so long, country bumpkin, the frost is gone now from the pumpkin. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. I've come back home to let those loving arms lay these old bones down. There's no other place I could go, there's no other place I miss so. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. It took 40 quarts of oil and lots of blood to get back home. I parked the old car on the street and I'm sure I heard that old car groan. I took a look at the willow tree where the old home used to house was still standing and the yard was full of laughing kids. They took a look at this crooked old man, then they all turned around and ran, just like you when you ran away with that other man. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. I've come back home to let those loving arms lay these old bones down. There's no other place I could go, there's no other place I miss so. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. Then I walked out to that old railroad bridge where I used to fish when I was just a kid. It's still a long way down to the water, still a long way down. But I've been falling down ever since I met you. I've been sliding down long and slow, but now it's only a short step to the bottom. Well, here goes. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. I've come back home to let those loving arms lay these old bones down. There's no other place I could go, there's no other place I miss so. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. I've come back home to the loving arms of my hometown. I was toting my pack along a dusty Winnemucca road when along came a semi with a high canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca, Mac, with me you can ride. So I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand, and I said, listen, bud, I traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. In Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Mattawa, La Paloma, Bangor, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Tocopilla, Brancata, Annabelle, I'm a killer. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. I crossed the desert bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Boston, Charleston, D, Louisiana, Washington, Houston, Kingston, Texarkana, Monterey, Faraday, Santa Fe, Tallahassee, Glen Rock, Black Rock, Little Rock, Oskaloosa, Tennessee, Hennessy, Chicopee, Spirit Lake, Grand Lake, Devil's Lake, Crater Lake, Pete's Lake. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. I crossed the desert bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Nashville, Knoxville, Alma, Baker, Sheffield, Jacksonville, Waterville, Costa Rica, Pittsfield, Springfield, Bakerfield, Shreveport, Hackensack, Cadillac, Fond du Lac, Davenport, Idaho, Jellicoe, Argentina, Diamondina, Pasadena, Catalina. See what I mean? I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Cross the desert bare, man, I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man, I've been everywhere. Pittsburgh, Parkersburg, Gravelburg, Colorado, Elmsburg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Colorado, Larimore, Atmore, Haverstraw, Chattanooga, Chaska, Nebraska, Alaska, Opelika, Baraboo, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, City, Dodge City. What a pity. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert bare, man, breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man, I've I've been everywhere. Now here's some of the water holes around my hometown that I've been in. Made a king with the highway, the airway, Beverly Crest, Dover, Klondike, and Midtown, and New with the Alberta, Strathcona, Transit, Rockland, Saxony, Regency, London, Commercial, Cromdale, Capitol, Convention, and Grove, and Abingdon, St. Albert, and I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I crossed the desert bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Well, I've been in most every joint that it's possible to get high in. I've tipped a few in the King Eddie and the Corona and the Crest. Been inebriated in the Shatter Louis and the McDonald and the Mayfair. I've been lying awake another night, trying to face another day, trying to get her off my mind, but there isn't any way. The love we shared in April faded with September's rain, and like the autumn leaves, the wind blew me away. But soon the snow of winter was falling from the sky, and soon the rain was falling from my eyes. If only I hadn't told her all those lies, I could have had her love forever. I could have had her by my side. I could have shared her life forever. If only I hadn't told her all those lies. I told her I was a drifter, just gone from town to town. I was only passing through, I'd never settled down. I told her of the many lovers I'd left crying in the rain, and like the summer sun, I must be on my way. But now the sun of summer is back up in the sky, and now the rain is back up in my eyes. If only I hadn't told her all those lies, I could have had her love forever. I could have had her by my side. I could have shared her life forever. If only I hadn't told her, if only I hadn't told her, if only I hadn't told her all those lies, I could have had her love forever. I could have